Hey, what's up everybody? So this is gonna be a little bit more of a serious video for you guys. More of just, us talking to the camera, telling you guys, what's going on with us and how we're handling things. This video is going to be about the coronavirus outbreak, and how we're coping, how we're going about our lives, making sure that we're okay during the quarantine. So as of recording this video, it is March 15th, so no, scratch that, March 17th, I'm sorry, March 17th, which is technically, what, day 4 of the major quarantine or something? Maybe like...
social distancing.
Yeah, so we're like a week into social distancing, and we're like a few days into the full, quarantine, really. At this point, major restaurants have all gone to carry out only. The only things that are really still open are, like grocery stores, banks. There are some
pharmacies.
Yeah, there are some stores that are still open, but are operating on very low margins, that are operating on very low staffing rates, including Best Buy. So it's just, we're just trying to make sure that we ourselves are staying safe. We've basically been washing our hands almost constantly. It's a lot to keep track of and a lot to take in. So, I don't know. You're taking a little bit worse than I am.
As a healthcare worker, it's been really crazy. People coming in wanting extra meds, having to call insurance, and it's just there's an influx of people coming into the pharmacy, and it's constantly trying to get medications out fast enough. But I think it's a good experience for me because, this is the situation is bad, but it's a good experience working in a high, not stress, but high intensity environment, because I'm still in training to be a pharmacy tech. I'm not a full pharmacy tech yet. I'm in training, so this is a good experience on how to dispense fast, and that's the only positive that I can see out of this, is that it's teaching me how to be a better tech. But it's just the whole concept of there's not really much that we can do at my job but to protect ourselves against the patients, because we can't really wear gloves because we have to take labels off of their paper. We have to take the labels and stick them onto the bottles. If you're wearing gloves, you take the label off, it'll stick to the glove instead of the bottle. But if you have just your fingers, it won't really stick to you. You can get it off your finger, but it'll stick to the glove, you know what I mean? So there's that. So you can't wear gloves unless you're a clerk. So the clerks wear gloves. We have some hand sanitizer that we've stocked up for ourselves that we use. We've been wiping down counters and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. I'm worried for my parents because my parents are healthcare workers too. My mom's a nurse, my dad's a doctor. So they're working with the sickest patients. Well, not my dad so much, but I'm kind of worried about my mom, especially I won't say her age, but she's up there, and it's kind of distressing thinking about your grandparents and their community.
Yeah, I know. I talked to Naomi and her parents the other day. We all had dinner together. It was a really nice time, and we talked about the repercussions of this outbreak. My grandparents are well into their 80s. All of them, all of my living grandparents and elderly family members, and my mom's parents live in a large retirement community down in Central Florida, and it was hard. It was hard to tell them to take it seriously, because their community wasn't taking it seriously. Their community is built on active lifestyle for senior citizens. So you see a lot of people going out for runs, taking their dogs out for walks, going to huge like town centers for basically like, you know, dance parties, having fun, like open air concerts, that kind of stuff. And it finally took until like just a few days ago, like maybe a week, for them to actually say, oh, we understand the repercussions of this that, you know, could actually come about. We're finally going to actually, you know, listen to the government and say, this is done. So the town centers actually finally closed as of a few days ago, which is good because now my grandparents can actually at least stay home, quarantine themselves, be safe. I mean, they're all stocked up on supplies. They're all ready to go.
They've got supplies?
Yeah.
Enough?
Yeah.
I think every single store should have a designated hour right after they stock up, a designated at least hour, maybe 2 hours for elderly people in the community only to shop. Because it's not fair. They're one of the most vulnerable populations.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely worried about my grandparents because, again, like all my grandparents are much older. My grandmother, my dad's mother, is diabetic, and has been, and to my knowledge, has basically been rationing her insulin already. And then my mom's parents, my grandfather has had a pacemaker installed just recently, probably about a year and a half ago. My grandmother's health has just, you know, been on a decline as you get older. So, you know, it's hard seeing a disease that's this hard hitting for the elderly population and hoping that your grandparents all come out of this safe and alive.
If you are somebody who's not immunocompromised, if you're somebody who is young, somebody who is generally healthy, I urge you to take this disease seriously because you don't know who you could affect. There was like a 20-something year old person who thought he was like whatever about the disease or whatever. He ended up getting it, went to the hospital, found out he had leukemia, ended up dying from complications of COVID-19 because of the leukemia.
I actually did not know that.
I'm not saying like, oh my gosh, you might have something underlying that you don't know about, but you don't know anybody who you can interact with in your life. You don't know everyone's story.
Yeah.
You don't know what people have. You don't know what they're dealing with on the down low. So it's just common courtesy to stay indoors unless you absolutely need to go out and get supplies. And on the topic of getting supplies, don't go crazy.
Yeah, don't be the kind of people that panic buy. Like, make sure that not only do you have the supplies that you need, but make sure that, you know, someone else might have the supplies that they need, or will at least have the chance to have the supplies that they need. Another thing that I found in that aspect is the WIC purchases and the WIC supplies. Basically food stamps. So, like, I saw a post, I think it was on Facebook or something, that was, you know, if you're looking at a price tag in a grocery store, especially in lower income areas, and you see that WIC logo or WIC on that price tag anywhere, try to stay away from it, because you don't know how many other people in your area might have a lot of trouble paying for or purchasing groceries just because they are a lower income family, and they might absolutely need that because they cannot actually purchase the higher quality stuff. So big thing about this is just, if your government, wherever you live, your state government, federal government, whatever, is telling you to do something, you know, whether it be to flatten the curve or to protect yourself or to protect the ones you love, follow those orders, follow those directions. I mean, I'm gonna say it outright. It's already bad enough that we spend as much time together as we have.
Well, that's gonna end once.
Yeah.
On Thursday, like.
Yeah. Just because, you know, like we like to spend as much time as possible together. Like we're basically as close as we are right now, usually. And I keep saying, like, at this point, inevitability that one of us gets sick, we need to make sure that we're on our toes. So, you know, follow the regulations, follow the directions, just don't be stupid about this. There's a lot that can be done to to level out our country's curve. There's a lot that can be done to make sure that you guys are safe. Just make sure you follow those directions.
That's about all that we have to say about this virus. Just be well, stay safe, don't be stupid.
Oh, and also, like, along with washing hands and that kind of stuff, if you have Lysol wipes, wipe down your phones. Phones, like game controllers, TV remotes, any
Steering wheel.
steering wheels, yes. If there's anything like inorganic that you come in contact a lot with, wipe that down, because this virus can stay alive on inorganic surfaces for up to 12 hours. So, just make sure you're staying healthy, wipe things down, wash your hands.
Washing your hands is better than hand sanitizer. The virus is a self-assembled nanoparticle, and the weakest link is the lipid bilayer. So when you wash your hands with soap, it dissolves the fatty membrane and the virus falls apart, thus becoming inactive. Wash your hands.
I've been saying for at least 20 seconds. So,
Sing happy birthday.
yeah, sing happy birthday, sing a chorus of a song you like. Count to 20, I don't know. Just 20 seconds. It's a lot longer than you think. It's kind of like brushing your teeth. 2 minutes is a lot longer than you think, so 20 seconds is a lot longer than you think. So, we've basically said all we can about this topic, about this subject. You know, again, we're doing all right for now. We'll try to keep you updated as we can.
Probably won't be another update for like a few weeks, because once spring break is over, it's going to be online classes, so we're going to go back to being on our separate ways as if school is happening. Excuse me. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment if you have anything to say, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications for whenever we next post something. Stay well.
Stay well, stay safe, keep watching. See you guys later.